Also, you might want to get out of here if you don't want any spoilers, because this is a spoiler vlog. Love you guys though. If you're gonna read these books, I really don't think you should watch this video if you want to read the books. But if you have read them, welcome in. So we need to wrap up the 150 pages that I read while I was at the beach. So I am shook with how cold Tamlin has become, but I feel like we do have to understand he literally saw Feyre die. So that is why he's being like kind of a bit controlling and just wants to keep her protected, but he is pushing it a little much. And I understand where Feyre's at too. She's like, I need to be like helped. I need to go out and see the world. Like I feel so just trapped. And that's how she was under the mountain. She was trapped. So they're just kind of like butting heads and it's just not working. And this line, hold up, where is it? Okay, I found it. So Feyre said to not to Tamlin. Feyre said to Rhysand, I'm thinking that I was a lonely, hopeless person and I might have fallen in love with the first thing that showed me a hint of kindness and safety. I'm thinking that maybe he knew that. Maybe not actively, but maybe he wanted to be that person for someone. Maybe that worked for who I was before. Maybe it doesn't work for what I am now. My heart. So yeah, we're at this point where now she's kind of like over Tamlin. I don't really know what Tamlin's gonna do though, if he's gonna like literally start a fight. We're gonna go ahead and try to read a big chunk today. I would like to almost finish it. Alright, so we've read a good bit now. Feyre has met the gang, the inner circle, so Cassian, Azriel, Mor, and Amren, and I love them. They are fantastic. They're definitely just what Feyre needs, and Feyre decided that as well, because Rhysand was like, you know, I'm going to let you meet them and you can decide if you want to work for us or not. And now I'm at the part where they are going to see the bone carver, and Feyre had to like conquer her fears, you know, because she's terrified of being trapped. But I think it's very interesting. Amren's like from a different place, like not from around here, and she was trapped in this, where is it called? I don't know. She was trapped in this place that Feyre and Rhysand are going to go see the bone carver, and there's like a bunch of different creatures, so Amren's like not one of them, which I find that very interesting. I think it's really great that Rhysand's like making her feel more a part of the group and a part of the court, unlike Tamlin, who just like locked her away. So Rhysand's just like, he's a good dude. Guys, I love that. They're making each other jealous, Tarquin and Crescenda, and so obviously they're both saying they feel some jealousy. And then here's the iconic line, to the stars who listen and the dreams that are answered. I think it's that one. Or to the people who look at the stars and wish, Rhys. Yeah, super cute. I'm really liking this. So much has happened. Like the king is out for Feyre and wants her for some reason, and Lucien's also like trying to look for her. So they just received the red rubies, and that sucks that they have like another target on their back, because they already have the king, and then they have Tamlin and Lucien in the spring court, and now they have the summer court. And, you know, they didn't need another one. They did not need another target on their back. And Tarquin was so nice. I feel like they should have just, like, asked him for the book and, like, befriended him and let them know their reasoning. But I can kind of understand. But I really liked him. So that sucks that they received those red rubies and now they're out to get them. Also, too, good karma comes back. Those little sea creatures coming out to save Amren and Feyre. That's good karma right there. So much has happened, but I have to go to work. We just stopped where the Suriel told Feyre that Rhys is her mate, which I kind of figured, but now that she knows, it's about to go down. Also, Lucien was like, yeah, we've been looking for you, girl, for like 2 months, and she was like, I don't want anything to do with Tamlin, pretty much. So yeah, things are getting a little heated, and I know chapter 54 and 55 are the iconic chapters, so I will be recording my reactions to that later. I'm off and I couldn't stop thinking about this book. We are going to get back into it. We left off going into chapter 52. The Suriel told Feyre that Rhys is her mate, and shit's about to go down. I'm going to record my reactions to chapter 54 and 55 in the next clip, those chapters are probably the most hyped up chapters of a book that I've heard of. That's literally me. She said, "I'll heat you up something. I can't cook." So sweet. Wow. So he did know the whole time. That's crazy. Chapter 54 is a very sappy and emotional chapter. He pretty much just explains why he did the things that he did and why he kept, you know, from telling her that they were mated. And it's honestly, it's very beautiful, but it's also very sad, like what happened to him and shit. Like that was a little bit hard to read. But yeah, I'm a sucker for some sappy though, for real. And now we are going to be getting into chapter 55. Y'all, I'm not going to read chapter 55 on camera. Sorry. So much is happening right now. Literally, like, this part of the book has just been boom, thing after thing after thing. So Tamlin and Lucien literally betrayed everybody. Like everybody in Prythian, pretty much, because they sided with the King of Hybern, and the Queen stood too. Like, what is going on? So much just happened. First of all, Elaine and Lucien. What? And now I suspect Cassian and Nesta, because there was a lot going on there. The betrayal. There were so many betrayals that just happened. And the fact that she's going to be a spy now and Lucien's like suspecting it. There's a lot of drama, and I absolutely adore Mor. She was like, Rhys called her the High Lady of the Night Court, which Tamlin would never, could never. He literally, when Faye was asking about it in the beginning of this book, about being a High Lady, he was literally like, no, you mean lady. And Rhys didn't even, he just went ahead and said that shit. And Mor was like, you mean to tell me my High Lady is in the Spring Court right now? I read about 10 pages last night before I fell asleep. So we're gonna see how much reading that I can get done before work today. I got off work and I'm in bed, getting all cozy, getting ready to read the rest. It's been a hot minute since I've last recorded. I started a new job and I got really busy, and I have been reading a little bit here and there, like 20 pages after work or at the end of the night, but just not enough that I've been recording myself reading. And I'm on page 500 of Acotar, so I wanted to record myself reading the last bit, because as we know, Sarah J. Maas books get crazy towards the end. And I just read this quote, and I need to read it to you guys because I believe it's foreshadowing that Mor, I think it's Mor saying it, but yeah, Mor, Asriel, Amren, one of them is going to be switching up sides, which is going to really break my heart if that happens. But the quote is, "When enemies turn into friends, and the opposite, I suppose, what didn't I see? What did I overlook or dismiss? It always makes me reassess myself more than them." What you mean there, Mor? What you mean there? So yeah, we're on page 504 going into chapter 56. And there's been a good amount of stuff that happens. One of the big things that stood out to me was when Feyre and Amren went down to go see that, I think it's like Braxis or something, the crazy creature that Cassian's scared of down below in the library. So I thought that was very interesting, everything that happened with that. And I'm really hoping that the Bone Carver pulls through in this war. We shall see though. yeah, we're gonna get into reading the rest. Y'all, this book is tugging on my heartstrings. The fact that Tamlin jumped in to save Feyre. And then like the sisters like holding each other through the morning. Oh my gosh, my heart. The Cauldron took Elaine, and Azriel and Feyre are gonna try to get her back. So they're literally going to like the king's, they're gonna invade his territory. And I just know something bad's gonna happen. Also, I did not like Nesta in the beginning books, and now I'm starting to really like her, and I'm excited to read about her and Cassian's love story together because I can see that slowly forming. I got to the part where the Suriel died, and it had me tearing up a little bit. That was quite emotional for me. Was not expecting that one, was not expecting to feel that way about the Suriel. So, we have a bit to talk about because I finished both of these, and I didn't record it because I was way too into it. The end of this book crushed me. I was literally crying constantly for the last like 100 pages. Rhys was saying things that were so sweet. I have a clip here for you. This really had me down bad when her dad came back with the ships with their names. Yeah, here, here's the clip.
I'm literally crying right now. The fact that their father came through on page 634, literally making me so emotional.
The bone carver, the Suriel, oh my gosh, the Suriel, and then of course Rhys and then Amren. There was just so much whiplash in this book and a lot of gore too. So that's why I was really excited to get to this book. It's very short, sweet, very magical. I know people like don't rate this highly, but I really, really enjoyed this. Was it necessary? No. Did it make me feel better about Acotar? Yeah, it did. It did, because this was a little traumatizing, to be honest. So having this, very magical, very sweet. Loved it. And now, today, we are going to start A Court of Silver Flames, which I'm a little nervous about because she's a biggie. She's a big girl. I love how the map has just gotten more intricate too. Just so pretty. Okay, yeah. Nesta's a bitch. She really is, and I feel horrible for Cassian. She did go through a lot though. Like, I mean, like we were just talking about, Acotar was traumatizing. I also feel really bad for Lucien too, and Elaine. It's just such a sad situation, to be honest. Okay, so I'm at the part where they're putting their foot down and they're making Nesta stay with them, and she's going to have to go into training with Cassian. So I'm excited to see that. A little forced proximity moment. We're stopping at page 51. I might read more tonight. I just need to get some cleaning done because my house is a little bit messy. Y'all know how it be. But I am liking it so far. It's not like page turning or anything, but I know we haven't gotten to the really, really good stuff. Do I like Nesta? No, I don't. The moment that Nesta and Cassian had where she shielded Cassian from the King of Hybern and was willing to die with him was such a big moment, and it's just like we took some steps back. I really liked her in A Court of Frost and Starlight, and the beginning of this, she's just not great, but also she is like not doing well in general. So, all right, I'll see y'all later.